Hey everyone, how are y'all doing out there on this self-care September? Yes, I want to talk about self-care and not relapse, okay? For some of y'all that are just now joining me, I've been putting out a few videos on how to deal with sexual trauma, sexual addiction, on how you can come through it, get through it, the tools and the ways. Okay, the last video talked about the root causes of sexual addiction. You know, getting to the nitty gritty of the reason why you're going through this addiction. And now that we have went through that, it's time for some self-care. Okay, we're gonna take good care of ourselves and we is not gonna relapse. All right. What do we do when urges hit? When you feel yourself slipping back towards sexual addiction? Listen, temptation is going to come. It's coming. It's just out there, right? That doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. We're only human, right? But what you do in that moment is what creates your freedom. What you do in that moment, or when temptation comes, predicts your freedom, or is you gonna stay trapped? Okay, so I have 4 steps. Okay, 4 steps that I want y'all to take. All right, step 1, we're gonna pause and breathe. Okay, the first thing is to just stop and breathe. Take you a second. Okay, urges usually come like a wave, quick and strong. You feel what I'm saying? But waves pass. If you give yourself 90 seconds of slow breathing, you give your brain time to calm down before making a choice you'll regret. So pretty much what I'm trying to say is take 90 seconds or however long you need to take. Stop and think. Think before you react to those urges. Think of everything that you done gone through and been through to get to where you are today. You don't want to jeopardize the good and positivity that you have done to get to where you are. So take that time to pause and breathe. Come back to yourself. Okay? Because we don't want to make nothing, no kind of negative choices that we're going to regret later. It might feel good for that 10, 15 minutes or whatever, but it's going to come back later like, damn, why did I do that? Okay? So step 2, replace the urge with care. Urges are signal. They're telling you something's off. Okay? Maybe you're stressed, lonely, bored, or hurting. Instead of shaming yourself, respond with care for yourself. Okay? Don't go out here doing something that you're gonna be ashamed of later. You know? Instead of shaming yourself, drink some water. Stretch your body. Exercise. You feel what I'm saying? Me, myself, when I get those urges, I like to use my toy. Those urges to me, I call the monkey on the back. You know what I'm saying? That monkey just sitting there, waiting to jump at something. I pay it, you know, we ain't doing that. I'm gonna pull out my toy. And I'm gonna release that stress, that loneliness up out of here. And I'm gonna feel good afterwards. I'm releasing that dopamine, my little happy hormone. And I feel so much better after that. You know what I'm saying? It keeps me from relapsing. It keeps me from going and doing something that I will regret later. Okay. These little acts of self-care remind your body that it is safe, and that it will shift your focus away from acting. Okay. When I use my toy, whew, I feel so much better. I'm like, okay, Katrina, you can do this, and you know you can do this. You know what I'm saying? Having my toys, my vibrators, has helped me in a situation, a relationship that I was in for almost 2 years, where I could have relapsed. I could have, I could have stepped out on this relationship, but I didn't. I made a promise to myself that before I step out because I'm stressed or lonely or hurting, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave the relationship alone altogether. During that relationship, my toys were my best friends. That's who I talked to. That's who I had conversations with. It kept me in check. It kept me grounded. Doing parties, bedroom candy parties, vending events, hanging out with my BK sisters. It helped me through my situation I was going through then. Because if it weren't for that, yeah, a sister would have went back to her old ways. But instead of doing that, I endured. And I found other ways to channel my sexual energy. Okay? So talking about sexual energy, we're going to go right into step 3. Redirecting the energy. Redirecting it. Sexual energy is powerful. Can I get an ashe? It is powerful. But it doesn't have to control you. It really doesn't. I thought it did. God knows. But it does not. It does not have to control you. You can redirect it. Me, how I redirect mine, as I was saying a while ago, is being in bedroom candy. You know, when I first, just a little short story. How I started in the business, I was looking for a toy. You know, I needed something with, quality, and that was going to last me for a minute. So that's where I went onto the website, because I remember watching one of the Real Housewives of Atlanta episode, and Candy coming out with the sex toy line. So I went up there, looking for this one in particular toy. Okay, it's called the Candy Kisses. And I found out I could be my own boss in the business. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is right up my lane. As much as I love sex, as much as I love to use toys, this was right up my alley here. I wanted to be able to spread the love to everyone else on how good the quality of these toys were and how good it would, help a person to release. But as I've been in bedroom candy for 6 years now, and my why has changed since I've been in there. Okay? In this past year and a half, my why has been to be able to help people like me that have had a sexual addiction or going through a sexual addiction. Okay? Being able to tell them my story of being in this business and how it helped me channel my sexual energy. Okay? In a positive way. Not out here doing this and that, just any old body. You know what I'm saying? Just to have that 10, 15 minute feel good. For what? I sat here and said that I wanted to change, that I wanted something different. I got sick and tired of dealing with the same old. Mind you, I done relapsed a few times where, but this business here kept me grounded. It kept me going. Okay? Step 4, speak truth over yourself. Urges often come with lies. You're too weak. You'll never change, as I was just saying. And when that happens, I want you to speak truth over yourself out loud, okay? So say this with me. I am stronger than this urge. I am not my addiction. I choose freedom, okay? Your words and your thoughts will shift your mindset. Trust and believe. It will shift your mindset. You ain't going to sit up here and you're not going to settle for just anything. You're not just going to sit up here and go out here and just have sex just to be having it. Just to make yourself feel good or the next person. Your mindset going to change from that. You're going to be like, I'm too good for that. No, we're not doing that. Okay? So in closing, like I said earlier, this is Self-Care September. Meeting yourself with compassion in the moments of struggle. So when your urges come, don't run, y'all. Don't run from yourself. Take care of yourself. Drop in the comments one self-care habit you'll practice when those urges hit. Okay, I want to see them. You know, I want to see what ones that y'all can practice and do to be able to avoid those urges. Okay? Thank y'all for coming in. I greatly appreciate y'all. Make sure that you take care of yourself. Okay? No relapsing. We're not doing it. Okay? We're going to take care of us. Because when we take care of us, then we can take care of others. All right. Thank you for coming. Bye.